stigma. My freedom starts when I end the stigma. And the stigma, and the stigma. I took back my life, yeah, and changed the picture. And the stigma, and the stigma. My freedom starts when I end the stigma. And the stigma, and the stigma. I took back my life, yeah, and changed the picture. Victim, all I know. Yes, you told me yes to let it go. As cliche when you never bore my cause, you know. Instead of a dark room with no key in sight. 2 seconds on my deathbed, contemplated suicide. Stared at the white ceiling, who I'm still here for. I meant to squander money from someone was revered. Tears from my eyes that I couldn't conceal. Was it cognizant that mental abuse was real? Refused to be a statistic. I'm just being realistic. I'm done pointing fingers. I escaped this mental prison. And I've risen from the ashes. And I'm choosing to move past this. I refuse to be stagnant, no longer a victim to my sadness. And the stigma, and the stigma. My freedom starts when I end the stigma, and the stigma, and the stigma. I took back my life, yeah, and changed the picture. And the stigma, and the stigma. My freedom starts when I end the stigma, and the stigma, and the stigma. I took back my life, yeah, and changed the picture. I refuse to give up on the life that I had. No noose will come between the purpose God had for my life to be that hope for society. It remind me, yes, but I'm still breathing. I stopped calling myself worthless. I know my worth. I'm not your doormat. I rose up from under dirt. I had too many lives to save. I refused to quit. And reaching out was not a sign of weakness. My mindset ain't for least. My friend, yes, was my reason to continue in the work which led to spiritual healing. To remind me I'm just way too worthy to compromise, to keep my head high, yes, on my darkest night. And the stigma, and the stigma. My freedom starts when I end the stigma, and the stigma, and the stigma. I took back my life, yeah, and changed the picture. And the stigma, and the stigma. My freedom starts when I end the stigma, and the stigma, and the stigma. I took back my life, yeah, and changed the picture. Fighting for misfits, fighting for a cause. I'm fighting statistics, I'm fighting inner scars. I'm fighting statistics, I'm fighting for a cause. I'm fighting statistics, I'm fighting inner scars. Fighting for misfits, fighting for a cause. Fighting statistics, fighting inner scars. Fighting for misfits, fighting for a cause. Fighting statistics, fighting inner scars. Shaming myself for therapy was beneath me. Hating myself, yes, that never saved me. I cling onto faith in the mirror, I am changed. I will not let suicide be my fate. Every therapy session built a foundation to heal a future generation. Took a dose of patience and meditation. My healing resides in the darkest of places, and I embrace it. Yes, I'm not a victim to my circumstances. And now I'm freed from under your trances. I refuse to outsource just my happiness. And I refuse to give my power to a narcissist. And the stigma, and the stigma. My freedom starts when I end the stigma, and the stigma, and the stigma. I took back my life, yeah, and changed the picture. And the stigma, please end the stigma. My freedom starts when I end the stigma, and the stigma, please end the stigma. Suicide's not an answer, so end the stigma.